Hello, this is a lecture about pragmatic development by Dr. Somicham. There are 5 different aspects of oral language: pragmatics, semantics, syntax, morphology, and phonology. Among those, phonology, morphology, and syntax are related to form of language. Semantics and pragmatics are related to use of language. Pragmatic development is acquiring the rules of language that govern how language is used as a social tool. More specifically, it relates to using language for different social contexts and purposes, being able to enter and hold conversations, and taking into account the circumstances and goals of the participants in a conversation. There are 3 different building blocks for children's pragmatic development. First, they need to be able to use language appropriately for different communication functions. Second, they need to be able to develop conversational skills. Third, they need to be able to gain sensitivity to extra-linguistic cues such as facial expression, gestures, stress, loudness, pitch, speaking rate, posture, and eye contact. There are 7 communication functions. Instrumental function is used to ask for something to satisfy a personal need or to get things done. I want water can be an example. Regulatory function is used to give directions, to direct others, and to control the behavior of others. Turn off the faucet can be an example. Interactional function is used to interact and converse with others in a social way, which helps people to get along with others. I like your shoes can be an example. Personal function is used to express a state of mind or feelings about something. I feel cold is an example. Heuristic function is used to find out information and to inquire. Usually, questions are used for a heuristic function. A question like, "What does this tool do?" can be an example. Informative function is used to provide an organized description of an event or object. Here is an example of a sentence for an informative function. COVID-19 is a virus identified as the cause of an outbreak of respiratory illness first detected in Wuhan, China. Second building block of pragmatic development is conversational skills. For children to be able to participate in conversations, they need to understand the structures of conversations at the macro level and micro level. Looking at the macrostructural level of conversation, conversations usually consist of initiation and establishment of a topic, navigation of a series of contingent turns that maintain or shift the topic, and resolution and closure. At the microstructural level, conversations consist of navigating topic shifts, negotiating conversational breakdowns, and knowing how much information to provide according to whether listeners share background information. So, the children, to be able to participate in conversational skills fluently and skillfully, they need to understand all of them, and then they need to be able to do all of these. How amazing is that these conversational skills develop from infancy to adulthood? Conversational skills develop from the day one of a human life. Joint attention between the caregiver and the child is the foundation of conversational skills. The final building block of conversational skills is sensitivity to extra-linguistic cues. Extra-linguistic cues are such as posture, gesture, facial expression, eye contact, proximity, pitch, loudness, and pausing. So babies observe lots of extra-linguistic cues in the process of developing their conversational skills from their earlier lives. So far, we took a look at the building blocks of pragmatic development. Now, we can use our knowledge in analyzing children's pragmatic development to see if the child can communicate with other children, how the child has conversations with other peers, how the child's conversation can differ between adults and children, which communication functions the child uses appropriately, and how well the child can hold conversation. In addition, you can also take a look at how the child uses extra linguistic cues.